Sometimes life pushes you so hard, you begin to question your very existence. For 7 years, I didn't have a roof over my head. I wasn't in a house. I was under the Ajah Bridge in Lagos State. Rain, sun, hunger, I saw it all. But today, I want to tell you how I survived it and how I found my way back. This is my story. Raw, painful, but full of faith. I didn't just survive, I overcame. There is a kind of pain you can't explain, pain that doesn't show on your skin, but it bleeds inside your soul. For 7 years, I called the place under Ajah Bridge home. I was invisible, I was forgotten, but I never lost hope. It wasn't always like this. I wasn't born on the street. I had dreams like every other boy, big dreams. But life, as you know, doesn't always ask for permission before it punches you. It all started when my father was kidnapped. The only person who truly believed in me. Paying the ransom drained everything we had. After that, our family crumbled. We didn't just go back to square one, we went back to ashes. I was just 17. I had no siblings to run to, no family that cared enough. So I left the village, hoping to find something in Lagos. People say Lagos is a land of opportunity. I believe them. But Lagos has two faces, one that lifts and one that swallows. During my first 5 months in Lagos, I realized that Lagos is not a city for the weak. You either have connections or you become invisible. I became invisible. My first night in Lagos was at CMS. I slept on bare concrete, using my bag as a pillow. The mosquitoes bite like they had a mission. The breeze was cold, and every sound felt like danger. I thought it was just for a night, but one night became two became weeks. I started rotating between bus stops and uncompleted buildings until I finally ended up under the Ajah Flyover. That bridge became my home for 7 long years. People pass that bridge every day, but they don't really see us. The boys under there, the broken, the lost, the forgotten. To them, we were just shadows in the background. Let me paint the picture for you. We slept on torn cartons. Our pillows were plastic bags. Rain leaked through cracks in the concrete. The noise of traffic above. Police chasing us at night. Hunger that twisted our stomach like a knife. I saw boys get arrested, even beaten. I saw girls who turned to things they never wanted just to eat. I saw people lose their minds, and I almost lost mine too. But something inside me refused to die. I kept a journal, scraps of paper where I wrote my dreams. I still believed that I would make it, that one day I would tell this story and people would listen. I remember one rainy night, I had no cardboard to lie on, and I hadn't eaten for 2 days. A car stopped right in front of me, and the man threw pure water at me like I was a dog. That broke me. But still, I didn't give up. Every day, I looked for small jobs. I hustled. I carried loads in the market. I cleaned keke for 200 naira. I fetched water for street vendors, holding umbrellas for strangers during rain, cleaning windscreens in traffic. Some people insulted me. Some gave me 15 naira. Some gave nothing. But I kept going. I saved every kobo I could. What kept me going? Hope that one day someone would call my name and I would matter again. One Sunday, I helped an old woman who dropped her pepper basket. She looked tired. I carried it for her to the bus stop without asking for anything. She asked my name. I told her. She said, "I see something in you. Don't let Lagos kill your light." She gave me a phone number to call. It was her nephew who owned a barbing salon, looking for someone to clean his shop. That was my first job, sweeping and cleaning. I went the next day, swept the shop, cleaned mirrors, and folded aprons. I didn't touch the clipper, but I watched. I learned every single day. Within a year, I started helping with hairlines. Another year, I was doing full cuts. Customers started asking for me. They said I had good hands. That gave me confidence. I started saving 200 naira here, 500 naira there. Eventually, I bought my own clipper. I started cutting under the bridge, the same bridge I once slept under. From nobody to Babaja, the street barber. Then I opened my own shop, tiny at first, just one chair, a broken mirror, and hope. But I was free and I was home. Today, I train other boys like I once was. I feed them, I teach them, I remind them they are not worthless. People now come from as far as Lekki Phase 1 just to cut their hair in my shop. Me, the same boy who was treated like trash. Life can change, but you must endure. You must hold on, even when there is nothing left to hold on to. I now speak in schools, community centers, and youth gatherings, not because I'm famous, but because I survived. And survivor is a story worth telling. My success is not just money or a shop. My success is the boy who now sleeps on a mattress instead of the ground. The girl who didn't sell herself because someone believed in her. That is my real reward. Yes, she is. I tell this story not to gain pity, but to give someone out there a reason not to give up. Maybe life has thrown you under your own bridge right now. Maybe nobody sees you. Maybe hunger is all you've known. I want you to hear me clearly. You are not finished. You are not forgotten. Your story is still being written. I slept under Ajah Bridge for 7 years, but now I walk with my head high. If I made it, you can too. As long as you are still breathing, you still have a chance. You can still rise. You can still make it. I did, so you can too. There is a version of me that most people will never meet. The boy who walked the streets by foot, begging for small change, wearing the same shirts for weeks. I used to walk from Ajah to Sangotedo just to look for cleaning jobs. Sometimes, a good Samaritan would sponsor my transport, and I would squeeze myself into a duffel, smelling of sweat and survivor. I remember the day I walked from street to street, gate to gate, moving from one house to another, desperately searching for any kind of cleaning or domestic work. I wasn't begging for money, I just wanted to work, but no one paid attention to me. Some people didn't even come out when I knocked. The few who did, once I introduced myself and explained why I came, they slammed their gates shut in my face like I was a threat or a disease. Some took my number and said they would call back. That gave me a little hope, but as the hours passed, my phone stayed silent. I kept checking it again and again, hoping maybe I missed a call. But there was nothing. No missed call, no message, just silence, and that silence made my heart sick. On one occasion, a lady managed to hold a conversation with me. She made it clear that she was looking for a female servant. Her actions spoke louder than her words. It was obvious that because I was a male and a stranger, she didn't consider me trustworthy enough to manage her home. I was disappointed, drained, and rejected, not just by people, but by life itself. It felt like there was no hope of succeeding. By then, I had been working for nearly 6 hours under the sun. I was physically broken and emotionally defeated. I was deep into a neighborhood far from anywhere I could even call home. I had no money for transport. My lips were dry from thirst. My body begged for rest. But more than that, my heart was tired. I lifted my head to the sky and said a single word, full of pain. Why? But today, I don't walk long distances anymore, and I don't rely on downfall rides. I drive. Yes, and I own my own car, not to show off, but as proof that life can change, as proof that pain is not permanent. Today, I live in Lekki, not under a bridge, but in my own rented 2-bedroom apartment, with curtains, a bed, a fridge, and light that I pay for myself. It is not a palace, but to me, it is heaven compared to where I've been. I used to hide my tears. Now I share my laughter. I used to pray for bread. Now I plan for business. I used to be invisible. Now I am building a name. But the biggest blessing, I'm no longer alone. I am now a husband. I am now a father. I have a family of my own, a wife who believes in me, a child who calls me daddy, and we never know the taste of sleeping under a bridge. From a hopeless boy under Ajah Flyover to a happy family man in Lekki. From sleeping beside gutters to tucking my own child in bed at night. This is my journey. This is my miracle. If you've lost everything, listen to me. You can still rebuild. If life has buried you, dig until you find your breath again. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not your suffering. My name is Onyemechi. I slept under a bridge for 7 years, but I didn't die there. I rose, and so can you. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell, and stay tuned.